After World War II began, Germany invaded and occupied northwestern France, beginning in May 1940. The Americans entered the war in December 1941, and by 1942, they and the British were considering the possibility of a major Allied invasion across the English Channel. The following year, Allied plans for a cross-channel invasion began to ramp up. In November 1943, Adolf Hitler, who was aware of the threat of an invasion along the French northern coast, put Erwin Rommel in charge of the defense operations in the region. Even though the Germans did not exactly know where the Allies would strike, Hitler charged Rommel with finishing Atlantic Wall, a 2,400-mile fortification of bunkers, landmines, beach, and water obstacles. January 1944, General Dwight Eisenhower was appointed commander of Operation Overlord. In the months and weeks before D-Day, the Allies carried out massive deception operation intended to make the Germans think the main invasion target was Pays de Calais rather than Normandy. In addition, they led the Germans to believe Norway and other locations were potential invasion targets. Many tactics were used to carry out the deception, including fake equipment. A phantom army, commanded by George Patton, was supposedly based in England across from Pays de Calais. Eisenhower selected June 5, 1944 as a date for the invasion. However, bad weather on the days leading up to the operation caused it to be delayed 24 hours. On the morning of June 5, after his meteorologist predicted improved condition for the following day, Eisenhower gave the go-ahead for Operation Overlord. He told the troops, "You're about to embark upon a great crusade, toward which we have striven these months. The eyes of the world are upon you." By dawn on June 6, thousands of paratroopers and glider troops were already on the ground behind enemy lines, securing bridges and exit roads. The amphibious invasions began at 6 a.m. The British and Canadians overcame light opposition to capture beaches codenamed Gold, Juno, Sword. The U.S. forces faced heavy resistance at Omaha Beach, where there were over 2,000 American casualties. However, by day's end, approximately 156,000 Allied troops had successfully stormed Normandy beaches. According to some estimates, more than 4,000 troops lost their lives in D-Day invasion, with thousands more wounded. Less than a week later, on June 11, the beaches were fully secured, and over 326,000 troops and more than 50,000 vehicles and some 100,000 tons of equipment had landed on Normandy. For their part, the Germans suffered from confusion in the ranks and the absent celebrated commander Rommel, who was away on leave. At first, Hitler, believing the invasion was a feint designed to distract the Germans from coming north of the Seine River, refused to release nearby divisions to join the counterattacks. Reinforcements had been called from further afield, causing delays. He also hesitated in calling for armored divisions to help in the defense. The Germans were hampered by the effect of Allied air support, which took out many key bridges and forced Germans to take long detours. In the ensuing weeks, the Allies fought their way across the Normandy countryside, in the face of a determined German resistance as well as a dense landscape of marshes and hedgerows. By the end of June, the Allies had seized the vital port of Sherbrooke, landed approximately 850,000 men and 150,000 vehicles in Normandy, and were poised to continue their march across France.